Walk into any shopping mall, browse online stores, or even just flip through a magazine, and you'll be bombarded with messages urging you to buy, buy, buy. The sheer volume of advertisements and marketing campaigns is overwhelming, each one meticulously designed to capture your attention and convince you that you need the latest product, the newest trend, or the most advanced gadget. From the latest gadgets to trendy fashion, we live in a world saturated with stuff. Every corner we turn, there's something new to catch our eye, something that promises to make our lives better, easier, or more fulfilling. The allure of these items is hard to resist, and often we find ourselves giving in to the temptation. This constant bombardment of advertising and marketing can make it challenging to discern what we truly need versus what we're persuaded to want. The lines between necessity and desire blur, and we often end up purchasing things that add little value to our lives. The power of advertising lies in its ability to create a sense of urgency and need where there might be none. Are we truly happy with all this stuff, or are we just caught in a relentless cycle of consumerism? The initial thrill of acquiring a new item quickly fades, leaving us searching for the next thing to buy. This cycle can lead to feelings of emptiness and dissatisfaction as we realize that material possessions alone cannot bring lasting happiness. This obsession with material possessions is a defining characteristic of our modern society. We equate success and status with the accumulation of goods, often at the expense of our well-being and the environment. The pressure to keep up with the latest trends and technologies can be exhausting, leading to stress and financial strain. We're constantly bombarded with messages that tell us that happiness and success are directly proportional to the number of things we own. These messages are pervasive, infiltrating every aspect of our lives. From the shows we watch to the social media platforms we use, they shape our perceptions and influence our behaviors, often without us even realizing it. But is this really the case? Can true happiness be found in the endless pursuit of material goods, or is there a deeper, more meaningful way to live? These are questions worth pondering as we navigate the complexities of modern consumer culture. This essay will delve into the complex relationship we have with consumerism and explore its multifaceted impacts on our lives and the planet. We will examine how our insatiable desire for more affects our mental health, our relationships, and the environment. By understanding these dynamics, we can begin to make more conscious choices and find a balance that leads to a more fulfilling and sustainable way of living. There's no denying that consumer spending plays a crucial role in driving economic growth. Every time we make a purchase, whether it's a cup of coffee, a new gadget, or a family vacation, we are contributing to the economy. When we buy goods and services, we create demand, which signals businesses to produce more. This demand not only keeps the wheels of commerce turning, but also stimulates innovation and competition. This in turn fuels production, job creation, and overall economic activity. Factories ramp up their operations, retail stores hire more staff, and new businesses emerge to meet the growing needs of consumers. Governments and businesses alike closely monitor consumer confidence and spending patterns as key indicators of economic health. High consumer confidence often translates to increased spending, which can lead to economic expansion. However, this economic reliance on consumption comes at a cost. The constant drive to consume more can lead to significant environmental degradation. The pressure to maintain a constant cycle of buying and selling can lead to an emphasis on short-term profits over long-term sustainability. Companies may prioritize immediate gains, often at the expense of ethical practices and environmental stewardship. This focus can result in the exploitation of natural resources, leading to deforestation, overfishing, and the depletion of essential minerals. The production of cheap, disposable goods becomes rampant, contributing to a throwaway culture. These products often end up in landfills or polluting our oceans, causing long-term environmental harm. And the generation of massive amounts of waste. Electronic waste, plastic packaging, and other non-biodegradable materials accumulate, posing significant challenges for waste management systems worldwide. Furthermore, an economic model overly reliant on consumer spending can be vulnerable to fluctuations in consumer confidence and economic downturns. When consumers cut back on spending, businesses suffer, leading to layoffs and reduced economic activity. This cyclical vulnerability highlights the need for a more balanced and sustainable approach to economic growth. While acquiring new possessions can provide a temporary sense of satisfaction, numerous studies have shown that true happiness and well-being are not found in material wealth. In fact, constantly chasing after the next big thing can be detrimental to our mental health. It can lead to a never-ending cycle of desire and dissatisfaction, leaving us feeling empty and unfulfilled. The relentless pursuit of material possessions can also fuel feelings of inadequacy and insecurity. Advertising often plays on these insecurities, making us believe that we need a particular product to feel happy, successful, or accepted. This constant comparison with others and the pressure to keep up with the Joneses can lead to anxiety, stress, and a diminished sense of self-worth. Social media has amplified the pressure to consume. Platforms like Instagram and Facebook are filled with carefully curated images of people showcasing their latest purchases, exotic vacations, and seemingly perfect lives. This constant exposure to idealized versions of reality can fuel feelings of inadequacy and envy, leading us to believe that we need to acquire more to measure up. This social pressure to consume extends beyond the digital realm. We live in a world where our status is often judged by what we own, what we wear, and where we live. This materialistic mindset can create a sense of division and competition, undermining genuine human connection and community. Section 5. The environmental price tag of our spending habits. The environmental consequences of our insatiable appetite for stuff are becoming increasingly difficult to ignore. From the extraction of raw materials to the manufacturing, transportation, and disposal of goods, our consumption habits are putting an unprecedented strain on the planet's resources. Deforestation, pollution, climate change, and biodiversity loss are just some of the environmental challenges exacerbated by our throwaway culture. The fashion industry alone is responsible for a staggering amount of water consumption, greenhouse gas emissions, and textile waste. Fast fashion, with its emphasis on cheap, trendy clothing, further exacerbates these issues. Section 6. A glimmer of hope, shifting consumer values. Despite the pervasive influence of consumerism, there are signs that values are beginning to shift. Growing awareness of the social and environmental costs of our consumption habits is leading many, particularly younger generations, to question the relentless pursuit of more. Consumers are increasingly demanding transparency and ethical practices from the companies they support. They are more likely to buy from businesses that prioritize sustainability, fair labor practices, and environmental responsibility. This shift towards conscious consumption is creating new opportunities for businesses that align with these values. Section 7. The rise of conscious consumption. This growing awareness of the impact of our consumption choices is giving rise to new trends and movements. Minimalism, with its focus on living with less and simplifying one's life, is gaining traction. The sharing economy, which promotes the sharing of resources and reduces the need for individual ownership, is also on the rise. Consumers are becoming more discerning about their purchases, opting for quality over quantity, durability over disposability, and experiences over material possessions. This shift towards conscious consumption is not just about buying green products. It's about fundamentally rethinking our relationship with stuff and embracing a more mindful approach to consumption. Section 8. Rethinking our relationship with stuff. Breaking free from the grip of consumerism requires a conscious effort to challenge the messages that bombard us daily. It's about questioning the need for the latest gadgets, the allure of fast fashion, and the relentless pursuit of bigger, better, and newer things. It's about recognizing that true happiness and fulfillment come not from what we own, but from our relationships, our passions, and our contributions to the world. It's about finding joy in experiences, connecting with nature, and cultivating a sense of gratitude for what we already have. Section 9. Towards a more mindful and sustainable future. The challenges posed by consumerism are complex and multifaceted, affecting not just our wallets but also our environment and mental well-being. However, these challenges are not insurmountable. With collective effort and a shift in mindset, we can overcome them. By becoming more conscious of our consumption habits, we can make choices that are better for us and the planet. Demanding greater transparency and responsibility from businesses is crucial. We need to know where our products come from and how they are made. Embracing alternative models of living, such as minimalism or community-based living, can also make a significant difference. These changes can lead to a more sustainable and fulfilling future for ourselves and generations to come. Imagine a world where our children can play in clean parks and breathe fresh air. The next time you're tempted to make an impulse purchase, take a moment to reflect. Consider the impact of your choices. Ask yourself if you truly need it or if it's just a fleeting desire. Think about whether it aligns with your values and long-term goals. Reflect on whether this purchase will bring you lasting happiness or just temporary satisfaction. By making more mindful choices, we can reduce clutter in our lives and find joy in simplicity. Supporting local businesses and sustainable practices can also make a big difference. When we buy local, we support our communities and reduce our carbon footprint. We can all contribute to a world where consumption is driven not by mindless accumulation, but by a genuine desire for well-being and sustainability. Imagine a future where eco-friendly products are the norm, and recycling is a part of everyday life. Together, we can create a brighter future for all, one mindful choice at a time.